So there is no difference between the cat and you, basically.
The essence is one.
No, I'm not talking of the essence. Essentially and fundamentally, there is no difference except that you have this self-consciousness in you, which probably doesn't exist in the animals, and I cannot make any definitive statement about that, but doesn't seem to exist there. So that's the beginning of your tragedy, the self-consciousness. You know, somewhere along the evolutionary process, this occurred in man. You see, self-consciousness separated himself from the world around him and the world within him. I don't know if it makes sense.
Yeah, I think...
you must help me.
Yeah, I'm
Not
trying.
Yeah.
I think Professor
You see, I'm not
Said-
trying to win you over to any point of view. I have no point of view.
I want to know what you mean by tragedy, because you said that a couple of times. And
Misery.
there's,
Man is living a miserable life, you see.
like what? I mean, for
There is a struggle, there is a pain, there is a sorrow, if you want to use a philosophical term.
Are you talking about misery like starvation? Or are you talking about
No, I'm not
philosophical
talking
misery or
I'm
something?
not talking of misery, not becoming something. Permanence, you see, is all that you are interested in. You see, the demand for permanence.
It's some kind of mental mistake
Happiness
we're
without
making?
even one moment of unhappiness. Pleasure without any pain. So pleasure, the body is not, the living organism is not interested in pleasure at all. You see, because the moment you recognize a particular sensation as a pleasurable sensation, there is a demand to make it last longer. You see, a pleasurable sensation destroys the sensitivity of the nervous system, so it is not interested in the permanence or the continuity of a pleasurable sensation. That's all that I'm saying. So that is why the moment you separate yourself from that sensation, which is neither pleasurable nor painful, but just a sensation, you have turned that sensation into a painful sensation. That's all that I'm saying. It is a pain.
And you're saying the basis of it is self-consciousness.
Self-consciousness.
That's the misery you're talking
The
about.
division in your consciousness which is absent there in the animals, but this division is necessary for the survival and also for producing one like this. These are the two basic things in a living organism, whether it's a human being or an animal or you see any other form of life, to survive and to reproduce one like that. There, this division is absolutely necessary.
So that means that you're saying that certain kind of self-consciousness is there in you as well.
No, the self-consciousness comes into being when there is a demand
For survival.
for survival. You see, that's all. So I'm not for a moment denying that your belief in God, your belief in political ideologies are also part of this survival mechanism. It's an extension of the same survival mechanism. Those who believe in God, those who do not believe in God. Those who believe in God had a better chance of survival than those who did not believe in God. Like that, you see, political ideologies, communist, God knows what other systems of political idiotic ideologies we have today.
What makes you think it is necessary for survival, that kind of self-consciousness? What makes you think it is necessary
It
for
is
survival?
not necessary, that's all that I'm saying. It
For
has
survival.
become
For survival.
For survival.
It's not really necessary
Not
for
at all.
survival. It just happens to be a mistake of nature.
That's all that I'm saying. So that mistake is a great big mistake which will destroy everything. See, that's not. I'm not concerned about the continuity of mankind. Yes, after all, mankind is an extension of yourself. Mankind is an abstraction, because you know that there is a permanence about you and the things around you. You project a thing called mankind and say that must live forever. So what the hell you are interested in mankind? What for? It's a projection of your own demand for permanence.
So
There is no such thing as permanence at all. That's all that I'm pointing out.
Is there no function served by self-consciousness for...
The functions are created by your culture.